Hi, it's Xavier, Expressions of Grace Bonsai. The sun beaming down on my rapidly diminished hairline, and I thought I'd give you an update on TonysBonsai. And here they are. We'll look at them all in closer detail soon. But yeah, we're 2 months further on, middle of April, so I thought you'd be interested to see how they're looking. I'll give you a hint. None have died. So obviously the first ones we need to look at is the Notophagus false beech. It's all leafed out. Absolutely, you can see all the points that I wanted have all leafed out. Crown there, and then we've got this start of the literati. In fact, thinking back to that, I think someone challenged us all today, maybe, about a literati competition. Does this one count, Tony? We can pretend I did it today. I'm really excited and happy how this has worked out. The lovely foliage is coming through, nice and small at the moment. So yeah, so the Notophagus definitely seems to have been a bit of a hit there. I'm really happy with that. And in fact, while we're talking about challenges, not only did I pick up on that challenge for the literati, and I think I've mentioned I'm going to try and do an oak. I've already decided I'm not sure that's such a great idea. But about a week ago, I think a week, maybe longer, Tony was also looking at the Chinese elm cuttings that I'd sent him, and he made them up into a little spinney or copse planting, and said, oh, maybe I could do the same. And I was more than happy to, but I'd actually done the same probably a week or two earlier, just to try and reduce the number that I've got. So I'll show them to you, shall I? They're not exactly exciting or anything special, but we've got that little group there. Is that a group of 5? And then we've got another group of 5. Oh, the sun's just come peering out. Yeah, those cuttings certainly at least 3 years old now. I'll probably do some trimming up on that in another month or so. Just, yeah, more little copse, I think, than forest. But yeah, so hopefully, Tony, you'll be happy with that. That's all I've done. And as Jason will attest, there's still loads of them down the bottom of the garden. Anyway, so there's those. I think probably what we're going to do now is have a look at, I believe it might be Tony's Juniper. Well, my Juniper. See what it looks like, shall we? You might detect, by the way, a slight difference, because I've actually filmed this little section 3 weeks after I originally did this update, and the reason why is because in that 3-week period the very small swelling buds of the false beech became leaves. Now we all recognise my favourite bonsai subject, the juniper. This is called the Prickle Xavier's Fingers Juniper. It's a particular aggressive variety, and I think that's why Tony passed it on to me. Cheers, mate. Nothing's died on it, and I remember vaguely thinking one of these branches had cracked. Certainly still got nice green shoots. We've got buds up here. If you look there, you can actually see the bud points here on all of those. So we have lots of growth up here. Some more buds there swelling. A few buds there. Definitely some swelling buds there. So yeah, so the juniper doing well. Really happy with that. I suppose that only leaves us one thing to look at, and surprisingly enough, you're not going to see very much. And that is the root on rock. You know, I've forgotten what it's called. Japanese holly, that's what it is. So, okay, so welcome back to the Japanese holly, root on rock. The rock hasn't died. I think for something like a project like this, you know it's going to be years before we're really going to see whether it's a success or not. But has the top died? And I think we can resoundingly say, not yet. No, it's looking fine. All the leaves are looking good, healthy. But oh look, it's a little insect there. Yeah, I think I can see us losing that branch there, or losing that one up there, maybe up there. But anyway, so that's the Japanese holly. Not a lot to talk about, but it's still alive, so that's a bonus. And I think what we'll do is I'll update you again on these probably, I reckon, in another couple of months, when we're just moving into the early stages of summer, and just see how they're looking then. Some of you must remember when I was mucking about with this dwarf azalea, did a repot, put a little tortoise in it, and we just see the little tortoise head now, and the blooms, middle of April, are now starting to come out on this dwarf azalea. It's always about a month later than the other ones, and they're still in full flower. But I'll give you a spin. So look at that, love those blossoms. And I'm so glad I kept that upper branch. The weight of flowers on there, really, really lovely. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's looking. Lots of new buds coming lower down, so it could be that just here got some new growth here and here, and I think I may well cut that off there, so I start the new stuff from here, and again in line with the height that I want to bring it, I may well cut that off here, although I do love that crown of flowers, absolutely beautiful. In fact, I decided we couldn't just stop with the dwarf azalea. You saw me repot this Katsura maple, but you didn't see it in leaf, and this is when it's at its best. Lovely, lovely bloom, so we'll give that a spin. There's the front. Love this. Again, probably one of my earliest air layers. The mother tree is a mass of bloom. So that's the Katsura maple you saw repotted. And of course, you know I love larch. Well, this is the absolute best time to enjoy larch. The needle buds have just started to push out. You've just got this really tight, compact growth. So there's no extension. You just see that green canopy look. So this is the repot I did on this larch into the Dawn Isaac pot. All that lovely textured bark. But look at all those, and lovingly on this one, thankfully on this one, no cones, so it's all going to be lovely energy gathering. Unusual, love it. So clearly it got through the repot okay. And though you haven't seen this one yet this year, you will see it later on. My Trident Maples are throwing out so much growth, and I'm glad I was extra careful with them, and none of the foliage is burnt off. I think we're safely through to leaf production time. But this is one of them. Not the greatest example, but it's the one that's looking most in leaf right now. I thought I'd show it to you. Again, it's got an interesting root structure, which we won't have to see for another year or two. There's some wire on it, which I'm keeping a close eye on now. Lovely. I can see a front somewhere in there, and probably have to do something with these. We've got twin branching at the top at the apex, but I'll see. I mean, in the end, this was, I think I got it for £15 in 2017, with a group, as you know, with a group of others that were in pretty poor condition. They're scarred and they've been through the wars, but they're Trident Maples and it's big size as well. So yeah, so that's one of the Trident Maples. I think, I'm not going to turn this into a big update, but I just thought I'd show you those trees. Hope all's going well. Enjoy the spring, or the rest of it. Wish you all the best. Happy bonsaiing. God bless. Cheers.